Welcome to Spiritual Rockstar Podcast, where world-changing spiritual entrepreneurs come to deeply awaken the power within to bring forth their greatest purpose, to create massive awakened impact for millions of souls around the planet, while enjoying being in tune with all life and real wealth in all aspects of their lives. I'm your host, Daniel John Hanneman. Welcome everybody to our Spiritual Rockstar Podcast episode. I'm so grateful to share with you today how to have fun in your business and make more money. So yeah, to make more money, fun is number one, and money sometimes seems like it's at least a close second, right? So, yeah, no doubt about it. Fun is number one, and it actually isn't even close. I think really enjoying yourself and expanding and growing and awakening more and more is what it's all about. And we can have fun with all of it. Like I mentioned on previous episodes, I'll just say. So yeah, and so I wanted to do something today that was a little different. Now, what I have to share actually might trigger you. Like, wait a minute, like I know sometimes your attention span for podcasts and videos and stuff, like, wait a minute, is this very interesting or not yet right away? And if it's not interesting enough, I'll just shut it off and find something else that gives me a better dopamine hit. Sometimes, that's exactly how we operate. And yet I'm going to find a way to keep you on all the way to the end, right? Because we want to have fun together. Now, my point is in saying all those fun things is because I do have something that's different. It's a little different. And it may actually trigger you. I'm actually totally serious about what I'm saying with all this. You're talking about, Dan, it's kind of weird whatever you're saying so far. I don't get it. I just don't get it, Daniel. What are you talking about here? So, well, there's parts of myself that I rarely share that I'm going to share with you today. I'm going to have fun with that as an example of how you can have more fun in your business. And then we're going to do as an experiment to see if more of this wants to happen, to see what happened. So it's an experiment for me. I'm trying something new that's fun that I've always thought about doing, and I haven't really done a whole lot of it, certainly not through the podcast. But I'm going to start today, and and we'll see where it goes. And then we'll talk about, like, overall, how can we have more fun in our business? Like, I'm going to show you my way of doing it today through this podcast today, and talk about it overall, and then how can you start having more fun in your business. So the thing I want to have fun with today is I'm nervous about this, is to actually show you the side of me that likes to channel energy of other people and voices of people, basically, and maybe mannerisms of people. If you're watching it through video, I might bring some of that in. But now I'm not an impression, I'm not like this great impressionist, like he sounds exactly like that person or whatever. I'm not that great. I'm an amateur completely, but it's something that's just fun that I kind of do privately on my own. I share it sometimes with people, and it's just something that's fun, and sometimes it works out and it's good impressions and the sort of improv nature of it all. And then sometimes it falls flat and it's not even close, right? So today I'm willing to just go for it. I know, hey, I'm creating this podcast and I've got a team. They could just edit this thing up. I could edit out the ones that bomb, but I'm going to probably keep it all in because I want you guys to see, like, what it is to have fun, to do new edgy things, and to be willing to let something bomb, like do a comedy routine and know that it may not work out. Everybody think you're silly. So I'm about to get started soon, and we'll talk about other ways I like to have fun in my business, and then again how you can do it. So I keep saying the same thing again and again. Let's get into it. All right, let's do it. So this is I have no idea how to start. I didn't prepare a script for this, but well so I get into these things like channeling Ronald Reagan, right? I love that. Well, right? You said that a million times. Well. And like the way I sound now versus how I sound when I'm private might sound a little different. I might be a little nervous. The voice might go off a little bit. So, but I can keep trying to have fun. Keep at it. Like just with marketing and sales and other things, you can just keep at it. So we can even teach as we go through this. Well. keep practicing it, right? Well, oh my God, well, what the heck are you going to say? Well, and then what I'm going to do is, instead of just saying something from one person, I'm going to make them way funner than that. I'm going to start melding in many different voices. Some of them you might recognize right away. Some of you may not recognize. If you don't recognize them, don't worry. Just be like, oh, that's an interesting voice. I don't know who that is. If you know who the voices are, just be like, hey, that was pretty cool. You channeling so-and-so, their energy in the comments or wherever you're listening. Love to hear from you. Or you can say, stick with your day job, Daniel. I love those comments too. Well, 13 years ago, this country was on the right path. Now we have the contraband that's coming into this country, and we need to build that wall. Build the wall. Just build the wall. It's a beautiful wall. We could put a door on it. We could put a knob on it. We can have it exactly the way we want it. It's going to be the greatest wall. It's going to be the greatest wall we've ever made, ever. And we'll put 1,000 points of light throughout this wall, and you'll have 1,000 points of light. And no. Feel the power of the dark side. Feel the power of the dark side. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Feel the force, Luke. I'm literally sweating, like doing this routine. Like I'm sweating up a storm. This is like ego adulation time, I guess. Let's see what else wants to come through. Okay. I can't stop laughing, guys. Okay, let's see if we can get back into the stream without me laughing. This is good practice. See, I'm willing to make a fool of myself. I'm willing to go on and on and make a fool of myself because I have no idea until maybe I do. Well, Mary, I can't do it. I say, like, that voice is so clear for me. So I'll lasso the moon and pull it right in for you. I'm very spotty with these voices. Like they come and sometimes they're crystal clear and sometimes they're wobbly, right? Just like our life. Sometimes they're crystal clear and sometimes it's wobbly. Well, Mary, you want that moon? I'll throw a lasso on and bring it right down to you. Oh boy. So there's so many more voices. Actually, I could go on, right? I get more voices when I come in, I'll do them. I'm kind of feeling like, whoa. My mental mind is like, aren't you embarrassed by what you're doing? Aren't you a fool? You are a fool. You are a fool for even trying. And yet I know I'm not. I'm just having a good time. Just having a good time. We're already having a good time. Yeah. All right. So guys, listen, you could just have fun. What am I doing? I'm just channeling my life right now. Like I'm channeling voices, but I'm channeling life. And sometimes it works out. Sometimes it doesn't look like it worked out. Doesn't even matter. Aren't you laughing when I'm even trying? Like sometimes like, oh my God, that's like kind of ridiculous. But like I think of like Yoda, like a good impressionist, be able to just whip that voice right out, right? And I can't access that voice right now. Like that's not available. But the image of Yoda comes in, and I know like if that voice wanted to just magically drop in at any time, that it would. The Yoda would just drop right in. Like there is no try and do and all that stuff, right? I can't get that voice going right now. I just can't. It's not there. Or I think about Darth Vader, right? Like I grew up during Star Wars times, kind of, right? And I think about that, all that breathing, all that heavy breathing this guy does. And yeah, I can't even, and then go blank there. That's why I said maybe I just need to move on and forget the whole thing. Because maybe my mind could just say, I'm so nervous, I can't do it. I'm freezing up now. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. Oh my God, it should never done. Maybe I could edit all this out. But actually, will be editing out the best part, in my opinion, because authenticity is the key. It's not, are you always like the greatest at whatever you want to do? Like, if you're guided to do something, maybe it's part of your act. Like, I can do a whole teaching around me just even trying to do these channelings of energies and, like how it relates to life. Love me tender, love me sweet. Okay. I can't even I'm literally can do a decent Elvis voice when I'm connected. But when I'm not connected, right now I'm nervous and it doesn't come through. Let's see. So if I were to settle myself down and quit talking, then what's possible? Hmm. Hmm. I drop an anchor in the root chakra, get calmed down, not as nervous. And like literally none of the voices still resonate. Like none of them come through. Like everything feels off. Everything. Only being me will do. There is no trying to. You know why? In part because it's not my ultimate purpose to do all these voices, but it's fun to try. It's fun to try new things. So one of my things in my business, and maybe we'll get some more voices later, is trying new things just because I enjoy it. Now, when I just do it just to try it for fun, like sometimes it does well, financially, sometimes it doesn't, like let's give it a whirl. I'll give something a whirl and like, oh, it'd be fun to just do this retreat. And then like nobody shows up or whatever, like in the past. And then like if I did have people come, maybe I was having a good time. And then all of a sudden, like I was having such a good time, and it was just a small, little intimate group of people, but everyone was so into it. They wanted to keep working with me, and it was so great. And that this works. And then, me trying energy scans with people was very uncomfortable, extremely uncomfortable. Yet it was working, and people were blown away by it. And then I started teaching people to do it. So that was huge, right? But I was very uncomfortable. I had to get past my discomfort to start having the fun. Like I just did another episode about that. So recently, and you have to be willing to take these chances to have more fun. I started doing my live events and start showing up and all this. And I get on a live event, or if I get a bigger stage, then I can bring my big voice, which just doesn't seem appropriate online, even on this podcast. Like, here we go. And I can't even, go to because it's just, I'm so practiced not to go to the big voice. Like, what if I was imagining myself perhaps talking to 1,000 people to inspire them, a bigger voice at least. I don't know if it's a massive voice, but it's just like, come with me, we will lead the way with this, like we could go this big, big voice, but it's not appropriate on a podcast. It's like I remember one time having fun, making an impression on an audience, and there was podcast people reviewing me, like to get on their podcast and wanted a sample. I gave a 2-minute sample. I did a big voice and I did dramatic energy, and they're like, oh my God, dude, you're yelling the whole time. We don't like it. But then there was other people, not on the panel, but other people off the panel that were now said they really liked it. I should be on TV. I should get my own show or whatever, and wanted me on their podcast. So guys, like you can't be worried about your inner critic. You can't worry about the outer critics. You've got to try fresh new material and see how it lands, see how it goes for you. You don't know until it's live. When I'm private on my own, I can flow with these voices easily, and yet there's still issues. But there's just more what I'm trying to do, even on a podcast. Like I start freezing up. I'm like, oh my God, like that. Probably my mind's thinking the last one wasn't that great. The next one, will it be any good? And yet that's not even the place I should be at, right? So it's just like, but I'm having fun trying. At least I tried. And the next time I try it, it's going to be better. I have done If I say in singular character, it's probably easier. And so when I say in singular, so I always like to try to make things a little bit harder sometimes. Then it's fun to make things easy, but like sometimes I try to make things really hard. Let me do multiple voices, all these voices, and I start freezing up is what I learned today, right? So I learned something by trying something new. So even if it doesn't succeed, guys, and you do something new that sounds fun to do, at least you'll learn something from it, right? So like I've got the men's podcast, just two conscious guys talking, and people are listening and it's fine and everything. And I'm learning as I do it. I'm learning more and I'm diving in deeper into my centered masculinity, I suppose, through it. It seems to be true. I'm anchoring in, and I have no idea. I don't have a business plan necessarily behind it. I do have a business, I sort of do, but I don't have it fully fleshed out. I don't have like, oh my God, it's all dialed in details, but I know the direction, I know the way, and I'm having fun with it. So like, just exploring new opportunities, new avenues you could go down. Like if you're really artistic and but you're really intuitive, you like doing healing work, but you judge that you're not good enough in art. I've seen this happen with people. And then I'm like, wait a minute, no, it doesn't matter if the art's that good. If you bring the art in as part of your work, it's going to be more powerful because it's a passion. It is something you're actually good at, but the way you look at it, you're judging it and you're looking at it from a different perspective. But why don't you just have fun and find a way to bring it all together? And maybe it's not your main thing, but maybe you're able to sell, thousands of dollars worth of extra artwork that's maybe healing artwork. It's not maybe not artistically looking amazing, but is, maybe looks nice and has an amazing vibe to it and energy in it, and sell it, as part of your work. Can bring it in on your talk. Hey, look at this thing I created, and get to healing energy. And then we do this, and then we do that, and we do something else. And we have a whole new thing and a whole new way. And we can be in a constant creative flow, right? That's fun. And just stop making everything so, flat. Like, okay, I'm a coach, I do this, I do that. And, just to get out of that. And so getting creative, taking new chances, how can I incorporate more of my passions, my fun, my talents and abilities and skills. And yeah, even like with those voices, like I obviously, like I spent so much time talking about how it was stuck, and I was like, but, and then finally I got off of it, but like, it's like, what it shows me is like, yeah, I just haven't dedicated myself to it because it hasn't been my purpose. I don't think it probably is my purpose, but there was a purpose in sharing it finally today. And so when you go to take a chance, man, it'd be fun to do spiritual retreats, and everybody's like gonna, I don't know, invest $5,000 each to come to this retreat. Sounds like fun. I want to create that retreat. I'm just going to do it because I want to do it, because I want to feel it. I want to experience that. The people that would love to be a part of that, those are the people that are going to come in. Oh my God, what about the marketing? What are we going to do? What do you want to do for your marketing? Market it any way you want, to have fun with it, rather than to try to think it through. Like, I can't think through all these voices. I can consider like the energy. Now, if I consider energy and I get out of my head, it's like it becomes at least easier to potentially access. So if I get a Darth Vader voice, like I can't do that voice. Like that literally is not a voice that's in my bandwidth, really, because it's such a unique voice. But it's like, come with me, or whatever. Like bring them to me, or whatever. Like that's not really that close at all. Like it's not close. But because that what's his name that does the voice, it's a very unique voice. It's a powerful, interesting, different voice. And so it's not easy to duplicate. Yoda, a lot of people, I've heard a lot of Yoda voices. It's difficult, but that energy is elusive to me right now. But those presidents like are dialed in. A chicken in every pot, I say. You probably don't know who that is, but to me, it's sort of Obama, and he uses certain gestures all the time, right? Like it's interesting. Like you got like, I don't know if it's like that, but he does this one, like this, pulling it in. He's like, I might, those you can't see, but like a chicken in every pot. And we've got to consider, the consequences of such actions, and to have a more sophisticated approach to the problem. And these days, like doing even like these voices of someone of different color or ethnicity or orientations, or oh my God, like just like somebody could accuse me of all kinds of things. It's insane, this world, right? So I'm just having fun, no matter who it is. Now, if I did include them, then I would be considered racist because I'm not willing to do those voices, right? So, like, see, like we can have fun with all these ideas, these fears or concerns we have, like just to get past it. And who cares if you're actually disarming yourself? There will be no, because the biggest thing of not taking these chances is I'll get criticized, not only my inner critic, but the outside. The outer critics will come in and yell at me or not like me, etc. And who cares? So it all started in a town called Hope or whatever. Well, I'll tell you, that town called Hope is pretty fun. And you want to visit that town called Hope, I can bring you to that. And I did not have sexual relations with that woman. All those kinds of things, these fun voices. The presidents are pretty fun and pretty interesting. Ask not what you can do for what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country, or whatever. Sort of energy sort of there. I don't enjoy his voice as much. The more voices I probably enjoy more are probably more accessible, right? So like in your business, like the things that are easier for you to do are more accessible because you enjoy it, right? It's more of a match. So what are those frequencies? So I've noticed like the presidents are coming through stronger. So there's I don't know if you picked up on those voices earlier, like who they were, like I did one or two actors. So yeah, I can't, I'm thinking of like other ones that I've done, but see if I don't right after I hear a voice, like for me, I'm really good at picking up on energy in the moment. Like I can pick up on the energy of a voice or of somebody in the moment. And then if I'm right in that moment, I just heard it, then it's way easier, right? It's probably true for everybody, but it's way easier to do that voice like right away. Otherwise, I'm like, oh my God, how do I do that voice again? So I really appreciate, people that do these impressions. I love to listen to them. And I remember, what was that guy's name? The guy back in the 70s and whatnot. Rich, what is it? I don't know. Rich Little is the name. Okay. So Rich Little, I had such a ball, and that kind of got me into privately doing some voice stuff, on my own. Oh, there is a presidential candidate that people have said I do pretty well. It's not always perfect, but let's see how it is today. Okay. Well, okay, I'm getting there. Hold on. These pharmaceutical companies are killing us. You've got to take a look at what's inside, these pharmaceuticals, because they polluting the waters, and dragging these toxicities into our water. And we go to what, Bernie? These billionaires, these billionaires and billionaires and billionaires. We've got to take care of these billionaires. And well, uncategorically, my advice would be to everyone in the country is to stay home, just stay home. I think half my problem with these impressions is I start laughing about them, so I can't stay sober. Can't stay sober with my laughter. But it's so much fun. It's just a fun thing to do. It's just a fun thing to do. So guys, we can have a lot of fun. And if we're having fun, we share that fun with other people. See, now you're having some fun with me. You're having some fun with me. Sometimes people have fun with me. I do these things just because they're laughing at how I'm laughing. And then they're having fun laughing at the fact that I'm even laughing at what I'm laughing about. And then you're having a good time too. So I don't care. Are we all having a good time? Right. So, and that's such a good, hook from that song. If you guys know that song, right? Are we all having a good time? Like that's one of the lines yeah, like whatever. Don't stop the party and all that, right? Don't stop the party. So yeah, don't stop the party. How can you guys have more fun? What are the parts of yourself that you haven't been expressing in your business? that would be so fun to do, but you're like, oh, I don't know, like that's not really my work. And, I wouldn't want to bring that, my singing in, or my art, or your own impressions, or comedy, or whatever it is, like things you hold back on that you could bring right into your business as a fun new avenue. And who knows what'll blow up. I don't anticipate this video going viral by any means, but you never know. You never know when you're going to create a viral moment for yourself, literally or figuratively. So I would say look at the unexpressed parts of yourself, the ones that you hide away, and where can you have more fun there? And then go to the obvious things. What are fun things you like to do that you are sort of doing your business, but you're not full on with them? So yeah, I do these high frequency sessions with people, but I haven't been doing it lately. I like to channel certain beings, but I haven't been doing it lately. Or I love doing business coaching, haven't done it lately. I love being a spiritual guide, but I haven't been doing much of that lately, or whatever it is. But you would have so much fun to lean into it. And when your money bugaboo comes in, it's like, yeah, that won't sell as well, though. Then that's just a limiting belief. Like once you turn on, like, no, okay, I want to have a lot of fun. I want to like make lots of money, fully expressing myself and my business. That is one of the best ways to have fun, because the more fun comes from more expression, more energy moving through you. And what are some of the ways that you can do that in your business? Come up with a list of them and pick some to start, folding into your business. And so you see me doing a bit of that, right? Through my channelings, my meditations on here. I talk business straight down the line a bit. I interview people. I talk on all these different subjects. It's wide ranging. Got the men's podcast. I mean, I could do even a lot more. I have so much fun being creative and getting involved with different things. I could do more. But then it wouldn't be fun if I go too many directions all at once, right? So anyway, so let me know what new fun you're going to have in your business. There's tons of ways to have more fun in your business. Just having the intention of having more fun can allow your day to be fun each and every day in your business. One of the things, I listen to different people, different speakers and stuff. Brian Tracy, I just listened to today, and he was talking about eat that frog. First thing you do is the most uncomfortable thing. The most uncomfortable thing that will set you apart from everybody else by doing the most uncomfortable thing first to start your day. First, you start your day the most uncomfortable thing you could possibly do. And then after you do that, you go ahead and eat that frog, because that is your frog. And then what you can do is you can add another frog. And when you eat two frogs, you're twice as powerful. Okay, sort of imitating him, but because Brian Tracy has a way of speaking in a measured and clear and precise way, a way that is an expert professional speaker way, that I could speak equally well on Toastmasters or on stage for a keynote or wherever I am, because I've created thousands of trainings with precise, specific methods of how you create the recipe just right. So when the recipe is just right, it tastes right. So I've listened to him long enough to know. I haven't listened to him extensively. I listened to some of the things about the recipe and getting it right, and he has a whole story around that. And there's so many things. Or Les Brown, right? He's always laughing, and he's like, "Are you hungry? Are you hungry?" And I met Les Brown. Spoken on stage with Les Brown, actually. And he is such a gracious, loving soul. I mean, he's so amazing. And but he's got all his cadences and his voice and his whole mannerisms. And I can't say I'm necessarily great at them in the moment, but again, if I just took a little bit of time to get ready to do that before I came on the show, I'm doing all this cold. I didn't practice, at all for the show, because I tend to like to be crazy that way. I'll jump, I'll figure out where the parachute is later. Sometimes I go that way. As a manifesting generator in human design, that's sort of what I like to do sometimes. So anyway, guys, hope you're having a good time. What fun ideas are you getting? You may not do them all, but get inspired, do new things, start that new YouTube channel, start being an author, or whatever it is you want to do, and get it going. If you want to start a podcast, have a podcast doing fun stuff like I'm doing today, get a podcast going. I do help people with podcasts. By the way, it's one of the things I DJ is people launching their podcasts in a fun and expanded way that brings lots and lots of people to listen to your podcast right away. You want to have more fun in your business, period, doing whatever you're doing and expanding what's possible, making more money. I'm here for you. I help clear those energy blocks, see what's stopping your business. And one of the things is there's not enough fun in your business.
Do you want to meditate and make money? Let it be simple. Let it be easy. Let it be fun. Go to yoursacredpurpose.com and get your free Meditate and Make Money meditation today.
That's what's stopping your business. So reach out to me. You can find me on all the social media. You can find me on yoursacredpurpose.com directly, of course, as well. And I'm just having a good time being with you today. Thanks for indulging me by listening to my rants and my little imitations and all my anxieties about it. I appreciate that. And perhaps you're moving through some of your own anxieties, your own patterns by watching me move through my own. I'm so grateful for you tuning in to this weird but fun and joyful podcast, hopefully for you. And I look forward to being with you on another show. And I promise I will do invitations again, and probably not every show. Okay. All right. Lots of love and blessings to you all. You enjoy the rest of your amazing, amazing day and week. And keep on tuning in, and we'll keep on rocking it here at Spiritual Rockstar Podcast. Till next time.
The Spiritual Rockstar Podcast. Stay tuned for our next upcoming new episodes each Wednesday and Saturday. Please be sure to subscribe, rate, and review to help us to serve you best. As a reminder, you can get your free Meditate and Make Money meditation at www.yoursacredpurpose.com to rock your sacred purpose. Goodbye for now, everybody.